Hello, students. We will again start with step 3 only. Half of the step 3 we studied in our previous video. Now, this is the reduction of metallic oxides to its metal. From their metallic oxides, we will obtain metals. So, reduction by electrolysis, this we have studied in our previous video that the metals which are more electropositive, these have strong affinity for, see it is written here also, these are most electropositive, they have very strong affinity for oxygen, and these metal oxides cannot be reduced by using any reducing agents. So to reduce these oxides we have to reduce them by the process of electrolysis. Okay, we cannot put carbon to them, we cannot put hydrogen to them to reduce these metal oxides. We have to reduce these metal oxides by the process of electrolysis. Okay, because they have very strong affinity for oxygen. Now see, magnesium oxide, when we, this magnesium oxide, it is taken in its molten state, it is heated to its melting point, and then this metal oxide which is in its molten state, their two electrodes are fit and a high current is passed through them. The cathode, which is negative electrode, these positive ions will move towards that electrode. There they will gain electrons and will convert into an atom. And the product at cathode will be the pure magnesium atom, and on the other electrode, that is at anode, oxygen gas will be collected. Now similarly see aluminium oxide. This process we will study in detail in this chapter. This aluminium oxide is there, which is called alumina. It is when it is molten alumina is taken, then these aluminium ions they move towards cathode, negative electrode. There they gain 6 electrons, two ions, two aluminium ions are there. These two aluminium ions they will gain 6 electrons and will convert into two aluminium atoms. Okay, it means at cathode we will get pure aluminium metal. So these are the highly electropositive metals which have very strong affinity for oxygen, and they can be reduced by the process of electrolysis. Now these are the metals of middle reactivity. They are less electropositive, they have less affinity for oxygen, and their metal oxides, these metal oxides, they can be reduced by using reducing agents like coke, carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Here we'll see the examples. Like zinc oxide is there. See, when we will put coke to it and we'll heat it, this zinc oxide will lose its oxygen, loss of electron is reduction. This oxide is reduced to zinc, and this carbon or coke, it will oxidize to form carbon monoxide. So here reduction of metal oxide is taking place. Here too if we'll see, Fe2O3 is there, we'll put CO to it, it will take this oxygen from it, because this metal, it is having less affinity for this oxygen, so we'll get this Fe here. Metal oxide will reduce to metal. Here too metal oxide is there. When this metal oxide, it will react with coke, upon heating it will lose its oxygen because it has less affinity for this oxygen, so it will give this oxygen to this carbon and it will reduce as a metal. Here copper oxide is there. This copper oxide also, when it will react with coke, see here it is reacting with hydrogen, here it is reacting with coke. When they are heated in presence of coke and hydrogen separately, it will reduce to copper. Here carbon monoxide is formed and here it will form water. So this was about the reactivity of the middle elements, or which are less electropositive. Now thermal decomposition. See here the process of electrolysis is taken, and here the reduction process, it is done by the reducing agents, and here it is done by thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition we have read in class 9th also, that the decomposition a reaction taking place upon heating. Decomposition means breaking of a complex compound into simpler substances when it is heated. Okay, that is called thermal decomposition. So these metals, these are very least electropositive. They have very less affinity for oxygen. So these metal oxide, they can be reduced just by heating. No reducing agents are needed for reducing these metal oxides. They will be reduced just by heating alone. Like mercury oxide is there, when it is heated, just by heating it will lose this oxygen from it. It means affinity for oxygen, it is very less. It is same with silver oxide also. Silver oxide is there, and upon heating it will lose oxygen from it. Okay, now the step 4 is electro refining. See, the metals we have obtained here, they are pure, but still if we want to purify those metal, like if they are having any impurity in them, so we can use the process of electro refining. See, separation of above extracted metal from the residual impurities, if any is left, then we will remove that impurity by the process of electro refining. Distillation refining, for refining volatile metals, example zinc, mercury, we will use the process of distillation refining. On heating pure metal, it will vaporize. Those vapors will be condensed and collected in another beaker, and non-volatile impurities, they will remain behind only. So this is distillation refining. The next one is oxidation refining. Oxidation refining, it is used for the metals, for refining metals by oxidation of their impurities. Impurities are oxidized and pure metal, it is left behind. Like iron, on oxidation, pure metal, it remains behind in the molten form, and if impurities are present in it like phosphorus, sulfur and carbon, these impurities will get oxidized by the air and they will form their respective oxides. So the pure metal will left behind in its molten form. Last one is electrolytic refining. This electrolytic refining, it is done for copper, lead and aluminium also. Okay, here what is there. This anode, it is the thick impure metal. This is the thin electrode cathode of pure metal. The electrolyte which is taken here, it is of that metal only, which we want to obtain in its pure state. Suppose we want to obtain copper, so this will be pure copper, this will be impure copper, and here we will take copper sulfate's aqueous solution. Okay, so this thick block of impure metal, that is anode, positive electrode, anode. This is the thin pure electrode, that is cathode, negative electrode. On electrolysis, pure metal, it is deposited here at cathode, and impure metals, it will, from this it will come to the solution, and then from solution it will be collected here, and impurities, if any present, it will be settled at the bottom of the anode, and this impurity, it is called anode mud. Okay, so this was about the extraction of metals. There are 4 steps, and tomorrow we will start it with aluminium, extraction of aluminium. Thank you.